Terry, you know how you and I are always doing pick fours, right?
Yes.
And we're trying to do like, what we call vertical bets from race to race to race, doubles, pick fours, pick threes, heck, pick fives, pick sixes. Maybe we can even think about doing pick eights.
Yeah, I guess we could. That's pretty hard to do, though. Almost impossible.
Almost impossible. Did you hear about this guy, this jockey over at Charlestown, Arnaldo Bocachica?
Yes, that was amazed. I'm just amazed. I've never seen anything like that in all the years I've been going to races.
Yes, indeed. Neither have I. So I think if we're going to bet pick threes, pick fours, pick sixes, we should just bet him, right?
I think so. I think it'll work pretty good.
Yes. If you don't know, he won, I think, was 8 races, Terry?
Yes.
On Saturday night at Charlestown. And look who we brought along with us today. Arnaldo, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Let me ask you a question. On Saturday night, well, tell us about your night. You won 8 out of 9 races. Is that right?
Yeah, I win 8 races of 9 mounts.
Unbelievable. And you won what, like the last 5 mounts or something, or 5 in a row?
The last 6.
Last 6. So you did hit the pick 6
Ooh.
by yourself.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, pick 6.
Yeah.
Did you any of the bettors come up to you and say, "Hey, thanks for the pick 6 tonight"?
No, not really. Just a congratulations.
So let me ask you a question. So on a typical night when you're out on the track and you're getting them out, and let's say you have 6 mounts on the night. If you win 2, do you consider that a good day? 3, what do you consider a good day?
1 win and coming back safe.
Okay.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Yes.
So after you get your first win, you're like, okay, now the next step is to come home safe. And then you got your second win, and you're like, wait a minute, I got 2 wins. This is a great night. Now you got 3 wins. Do you start to wonder what's going on here?
Yeah, I do, because in horse racing, anything can happen. So
absolutely.
When we at the 4th race and I'm already winning 3, I was really happy and really excited.
Did you have any kind of, a lot of times before people have big days or some sort of like great performance, a lot of folks, like in baseball, if a pitcher throws a no-hitter, he'll say, man, I felt it when I was warming up. Did you feel it on Saturday night? Like, was there any point in the night and you're like, man, this is my night?
After the 4 win, once I win 4, I'm like, I don't know if I can lose the rest of the night, because the rest of the mounts were the best mounts. So I already win the hard ones. So I have the better mount now, and I feel like everything was going just perfect. So I started having that feeling where I feel like I wasn't going to lose anymore.
Well, I can imagine that. I don't think you ever want to lose one, do you?
No, never.
No.
And you know what's even better about that, Arnaldo, is you look pretty good in some of those wins. I think in a pair of them, right? You had on some wonderful horse racing radar pants. Is that right? There you are with all the different silks.
Yeah, I got them for Penguin Power, and I think the other one was Social Chic. One of the 2 horses I had the pants.
Perfect. Do you feel like it was the jockey or the pants? You remember in the old days they used to have those Michael Jordan commercials with like, it's the shoes. Were you thinking it's the horse racing radar pants?
I think they help a little.
That's great.
So now that you've won 8 in a row, 8 in one night, what's next?
I don't know, man. Just keep doing my job. Try to keep winning races.
Yeah.
Terry, you got any questions, Terry?
Oh yeah, I was wondering on that one race you didn't win. Was that really, really disappointing, or did you just say, "Oh well, can't win them all"?
It was a little disappointing because the horse was actually working really good in the mornings. So I actually thought that I have a good shot to winning that one because the way he was training in the morning. So when he got beat, I was a little disappointed, but not because I want to win every race, just because he was working good. So I thought he might win the race.
Yeah. Is Charlestown one of your favorite tracks to ride at now, I guess? Or
it's my home tracks, but every track that's bigger is better to ride, but I like it here. I do pretty good here, so I'm fine with it.
Good.
I would say you're doing pretty good. I'm looking right now at the Equibase figures. I'd put them up on the screen, but I'm afraid the people at Equibase would get mad at me, and I don't want that. But it looks like, we have we got all of November and December left. You got a couple of months of riding left, and you're already at a record-setting year for you in terms of purses. And it looks like minus 2020 because of COVID probably, but you've definitely been on an uptrend purse wise. And it looks like you haven't been under a 30% winner since 2018. What do you contribute? What do you attribute to your success in hitting all these, high win rates? That's a high win rate.
I know, yeah. The trainers, they give me the opportunity. I ride most of the horses for Jeff Ronco, who is the leading trainer here in Charlestown. So having that barn behind me, it helped me to win a lot of races. And then you have Anthony Farrier, who is another trainer that win a lot of races. And he gave me the opportunity to ride his horses. And that's my two trainers that I ride the most. And both of them win a lot. So that made me win a lot and a high percent too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, real high percent. You're in the money at 2 out of 3 races so far this year. So it looks like all the horse players better make sure they have you on their tickets, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you want to win, bet on Bocachica.
Hey, I got to get we should trademark that and get a t-shirt. You want to win, bet on Bocachica, right?
Oh, that'd be great.
Yes.
For sure. So what are your plans for the rest of the year? You have any people knocking at your door at like some of the bigger treks? So I know you just won your 2000th race. Was that at Charlestown, right?
Yeah. I just win. I think a few months ago I won my 2000.
And how did that feel? So what feels better, winning 2000 or winning 8 in one night?
Winning 8 in one night. Because there were all stakes, and it's like a new record too for here, Charlestown. So breaking the record is amazing feeling. 2000 was a great feeling because I never thought I win 2000 races. But when I win 8 the other night, it was the best feeling ever. As far in my career, that was the best feeling, winning those 8 races.
So like the Ortiz brothers, you come from, you originally learned your craft in Puerto Rico, right?
Yeah, Puerto Rico and the same jockey school they came out from.
Why do you think so many good jockeys are coming from Puerto Rico?
I don't know, man. What I can tell you, the jockey school, they do a really good job with the students. They make sure that you learn the right way. You have to be there for 2 years. And after those 2 years, if they see you not ready, they won't let you graduate.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, they make sure that you know what you're doing when you're going to go and compete. And a lot of the jockeys in Puerto Rico, they like to help the students too. And everybody look up to the best. Over there, they look at the best of the best, and everybody want to come out and do good. So, props to the jockey school in Puerto Rico. They help us to get a good career and make sure that we do good.
Well, you're definitely making the school proud, 100% about that. Quick question for you. I saw on your Twitter feed, you made a reference to the, I know you were working Saturday night, so I don't know. Did you get a chance to see the Fury Wilder fight?
Yeah, when I got home, they were by the 5th round. So I watched from the 5th round home. I missed the first.
Was that just crazy fight or what?
Oh, that was an amazing fight, man. I enjoyed it. It was a really good fight.
Very good fight. I don't know if you saw it, Terry, or not, but it was the heavyweight championship between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. And, normally with the heavyweights, there's a little bit of the holding and the clutching, but, it's usually they can be either very one-sided, but they're both knocking each other down. I mean, it was just like two guys that didn't like each other, that didn't want to, neither one of them wanted to quit. And at the end, unfortunately for Deontay Wilder, he got clobbered and he was taking a lot of beating. It was a big dude beating on him, right?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
So from your experience of horse racing, is there anything at all similar to like a boxing match in horse racing or no?
No, not really.
No, not whatsoever at all. All right. So when are your next mounts? Are you when are you running again?
But Wednesday I have 5 mounts here at Charlestown, and Thursday I have 5 here and 1 in Loro.
Oh, okay.
So what do you think about your mounts on Wednesday?
I have pretty good shots. I have a few for Jeff and Farrell, my 2 main trainers, and I have a lot of live mounts. I hope I win a few.
Well, you got to win 5 now. You mean there's no more? There's no more 1. It's all or nothing at this point, right?
Now I know I can. So I'm going for it. If I can, I will.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna try.
Yeah, well, of course, we know you're going to try for sure. Hey, Arnaldo, we congratulate you on your that huge night. I saw it. It is the record from what I've read. The other one was 9 of 11 or something like that, or 8 of 11 or 8. Some person had 1 or 2 more mounts than you do. They won all but 2 races on the card, right?
Yeah, somebody I think win 9 races in Carter, but they were all regular races. And here somebody win 7.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So now you're on the Hall of Fame. That's going to be next to impossible. No one's going to come in and win 9 out of 9. What do you think? How hard would that be?
That would be really, really hard. I mean, I think it's hard enough what I did. I still can't believe I was able to win all those races because, horse racing is not that easy. Anything can happen in a race. Anything. You can stumble. You can have a white trip. You can get stuck. Any little thing can make you get beat. So to win a race and all of them stake with big fields, I think this is a hard thing to do. So I'm glad I was able to win all these races.
And the good thing about it was the stakes racers, so they all had some nice purses, didn't they?
Yeah.
So, anything out there you were thinking about buying before that you're like, nah, not yet, but now you're like, hey, I'm going to get this today?
Nah, not really, nah.
Yeah.
All right.
What really amazed me is that you had 9 mounts. That's a lot of mounts because it takes a lot of energy, and you're able to win 8 of those. That's just fantastic. I've been going to races for over 60 years. I've never seen that before. I've seen some good jockeys. I put you right up there. You're going to be something else.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, we appreciate you coming, Arnaldo. We wish you nothing but success wherever you are, and we look forward to the day where we can get back with you because first of all, you're wearing the pants, so it is the pants. And we look forward to getting back to you on the day when we can say congratulations for going 9 for 9.
Thank you. Let's hope for it.
All right. Thank you. Have a great day and continued success. We'll see you soon.
Okay,
see you later.
Bye-bye. That was interesting, right, Terry?
It was. He's good guy. Good guy.
Oh, yes. It's got to be an amazing feeling to go. I don't know about you. We don't ride the horses, Terry, right? So we're just playing the horses. Yeah. And if I had a day where I won 8 out of 9 races, where like my top pick was on top 8 of 9, I think I might retire that day. You know what I mean?
Did. Yeah, I did have a day I won 8 out of 8, but I think the biggest price was like $380. So it was a favorite day all day long.
So it kind of reminds me. I mean, I had a night out after the Bulls won one of their championships, the Chicago Bulls.
Yep.
And I happened to be standing next to John Paxson in the washroom. And I broke the men's room's code where you're not supposed to talk to the guy next to you. But I'm like, you know what? It's John Paxson. So I'm going to talk to John Paxson. And he hit a shot to win the championship for the Bulls. So I asked him, I said, you just hit a shot to win an NBA title. Are you going to retire now? And he said, why would I retire now? I'm like, because if you hit a shot to win the title, what else can you do? Right? As a little kid, you've always thought about, in the backyard, 3, 2, 1, we win the title. Paxson, you just won the title. The only place to go from here is down. And he was like, I never thought of it that way. And like the next year he got knee injury and he really didn't play. Steve Kerr replaced him much right after that. So I wonder if he ever thought, maybe I should have retired like the guy next to me said. But anyway.
Yeah. Or maybe you thought you put a curse on him of some sort of.
Maybe that explains my, there's a little bit of a struggle in horse racing lately because of maybe he would put the reverse curse on me.
That's right. The Braxton curse.
Indeed, for sure. So, Terry, today is a little bit of a special day. A lot of folks are home today because it's a holiday, right? Some places. Unfortunately, normally we go to your best bet here, Terry, but unfortunately, I'm having difficulty pulling it up. So instead of pulling it up, why don't you just tell us what you got, if you can?
Okay. Oh, of course I can. Yesterday I had a great day. I had picked at Laurel Park, the 5th race, number 1 Beantown Baby, and it won, paid $360, $280, $210. And my second choice ran second, number 8 Whispering Kitten, and it paid $640 to place and $4, and the exacta paid $1140. Unfortunately, my third pick was scratched, or I believe I would have got the trifecta.
Of course you would have.
Yeah.
You would have won all Arnaldo Bocachica on that ticket, Terry.
That's right. And today on my Terry's pick of the day, I went to Fresno, race number 5. And I like the number 5. Maybe sometime ran a 6-furlong race and finished 3rd at Golden Gate Fields after coming in from Southern California. He extends out to a mile, which I think will fit his running style. And he has the highest last race speed rating and drops in class today. And then number one, Special Mission is a speed horse who will break on top and try to lead all the way. He has jockey Cristobal Herrera in the irons, and he's winning at a 29% clip at the current meet. And then number three, Refuse, won his first race at today's distance and then tried turf, which he didn't seem to like. He is now back to the dirt, and he's been working really well for his return.
All right, so that should be up on the website. I mean, it is up on the Horse Racing Radar website. In case you missed it, Terry did his best bet of the day over at Fresno. When the site stops error processing, which hopefully will be soon, you'll be able to see Terry's pick in case you missed it. But it is Fresno. What race number again, Terry?
Number 5.
Number 5. All right, so now we're going to do, because you brought it up right away, so let's go ahead and do the 3P parlay, Terry. We'll bring that one up today, right off the get-go. Terry did Fresno. You're at race number 1 is where you started, right?
That's right.
Number 3?
Number 3, Swanee. And then I like race number 5 with Maybe Sometime. And then I like race number 7 with number 2, Hypersonic, which is a horse I've played several times.
Indeed, I've heard that name too when I saw it, when I typed it in. So just in case you're wondering what a 3P Place-Parlay-Press is, it's a bet where you take you bet the first horse, in Terry's case, Swanee. And if it runs first or second, you take that money and then you put all of it on the 5 horse, Maybe Sometime, in race number 5. If it wins or finishes second, you take all of that and you put it on the 2 in race number 7, which is Hypersonic. I did mine today at Parks in race number 7 with Brazen, race number 8 with Call Fitzroy, and number 9 with Zippy. And again, hopefully, maybe do mine and then do Terry's. It's a very difficult thing to do. I equate it with trying to catch Bigfoot or Sasquatch. Terry and I have done it both 2 times. But what happens a lot of times, and I think you'll agree with me, Terry, I think on Thursday, 2 of your horses won, 2 of my horses won, and then the third one, I think, for both of us finished third.
Yeah.
But that happens pretty regularly. So I would suggest maybe, looking at these horses as part of keys or in your pick 3s, pick 4s. So maybe horses you might want to do a Terry Exacta all over one of them, or all of it over all. That's what I call a Terry Exacta. Or maybe you key them or wheel them in trifectas as well. What do you think, Terry?
Yeah, that's a good idea. And I'll tell you, years ago, I used to play a parlay called a round robin. And what it would be is that you would do the 3 horses in the parlay, but also the place that you bet would do the first race with the second, and then the second race with the third, and then the third race back to the first. So that if you had 2 winners at least, you collected something.
All right. Well, I mean, if you bet them to win and we have 2 winners, we'll collect a little something too then, right, Terry?
That's right.
All right. So now today, as I mentioned, it is a holiday. So in that holiday, a couple of things happened as a result of the holiday. One, we got a chance to do a big track, because a lot of times on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, we don't get, I wouldn't say they're not big tracks, but you don't get usually to do the Santa Anita or the Belmont or on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We only have usually one choice on Thursday at a race like that. But being a holiday, we're going to go to Santa Anita today to do our Fly 4, Terry.
That's right.
And so let's go ahead and pull that up, where Terry and I will hack out together a pick 4 based upon the horses that we like. And hopefully at the end of the day, last week, Terry, I think we were like 3 horses away from winning one every day on the week. So hopefully this week we've have that one horse. And I know not to let it be the number 9.
That's right. Because the 9's beat us so many times.
Oh, it's just amazing how often the 9 horse beats. It's becoming my least favorite number of any number under 10. So the first race is it's race 7, right? If I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a optional claiming 50,000 non-winners in one lifetime. It's 6 furlongs on the turf. And they've only run about 6 so far at the current meet like that. But the majority of them have come off the pace, Terry. So it looks like you want to maybe you want an outside closer for that. But who do you like as your top choice in race number 7, Terry?
Okay, in race number 7, I like number 1, Love My Jimmy. He has finished in the money 4 out of his last 5 races, winning his last race and then finished in the money 81% of the time during the career, winning 36% of the races. And the trainer, Hector Plama, wins 37% of the time after a claim.
Yeah, it was his first time with the starting horse. Yeah. I look at Love My Jimmy too, and it looks to me like it can be the pace setter. And I know I mentioned that closing is probably the way that, well, it has been the way that most of the horses have won so far. But looking at his early pace, looking at his speed figures, he will be the fastest out of the gate. He's on the rail. So he hasn't had an inside post, I think the one post that often, but he has done very well when he's broke from post number 2 or post number 3. So it seems to prefer the inside. So I expect Love My Jimmy to get out and be the one they all chase. And if he's got the late legs or he can get off to some reasonable fractions, they might not get him, Terry.
That's right. That's right.
For me, my top choice, Terry, is number 5. I don't know if you have number 5 anywhere in your picks, but this is a horse. His name is Rookie Mistake, and I hope I didn't just make one. But when you look at this horse's numbers, he's got by far, and I mean by far, the top Santa Anita number posted by any horse in this race. It's not close. And he's also a horse that has done very well at Santa Anita. He's got 2 wins in 6 races with 3/3. On turf, he's got 2 wins and 3/3 that happen to be at Santa Anita. So this looks to me like the proverbial horse for a course. He's making a first start after last running on January 16th. He's got a lot of workouts in there. None of them are super special, but I do feel like he's done enough in terms of number of furlongs to be fit. If he can run back to that Santa Anita form, he can win at a price.
Yeah, and he's got a really good jockey. Has won 3 out of 9 races. I didn't have him in my picks, but looking at the race, I thought to myself, this is a really wide open race, and I was not going to be, resistive to anything that you may suggest that I don't have. So it looks good to me.
Well, I'm going to take the absolute worst horse and stick him in there, Terry. No.
All right, and that's probably the one that'll win, though.
Yeah, it could be at this type. But anyway, who do you like next?
Okay, I like number 3, and number 3 is Little Juanito.
Juanito.
Yeah.
Which is kind of because Juanito, in a sense, in Spanish, particularly I think Mexican Spanish, when you put an ito at the end, it means like small or junior, right? Oh. So if there's a dad named Juan, and Juanito would be Juan's kid, right? So you have little Juanito, little Juan in this case. But anyway, go ahead.
Oh, well, he won 2 races in a row and then tried a grade 3 race, which he finished 5th in. He now drops back in class to a field he can be competitive in. And he has a really good workout October 3rd at Santa Anita, 5 furlongs, 1 minute and 4 handling. And he was the 9th best out of 68 workouts.
Yeah, he hasn't run since August the 22nd, Terry. He is coming down in class. Last time out, ran in a grade 3. This time he's not running in a grade 3, optional claiming, obviously. That's a pretty significant class drop right there. And when you look back at his record, when he's come off the bench, he's done particularly well when he's come off the bench to run on turf. Didn't do well when he tried dirt, but the last 4 times he's come off the bench after a little bit of time in the barn, a little bit of rest, a little bit of relaxation. He has 2 wins, a second by a nose and a 5th. So hopefully he does very well in terms of he does that first or second route that we talked about, and he gets a big win for Little Juanito. That's to me, those are the 3 horses that I liked in this race, Terry. I feel like we can go a little deeper here because I think at the very last race, it really just comes down to 2 horses.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. So, well, I have a big long shot that I like.
Number 6. Throw it at me, buddy. Let's see who you like.
Number 6, Belchum. He comes in from Emerald Downs, and he tries his luck at Santa Anita, where he's never run before. Mm-hmm. He took a year off and then has run 2 races since coming back, finishing 3rd in one of them and then 2nd in the last race. He has a good workout at Los Alamitos, the 35-4, handling 2nd best out of 5.
You know, Terry, I'm not a huge fan of the Emerald Downs to Santa Anita angle. Never have been from the small track to the big track. I like the big track to the small track angle, but not the other way around.
Yeah.
I also like the 2 horse here, Cusina. So between the 6 and the 2, who would you rather have? Because you got Sadler and Umberto Rispoli on the 2 horse. Or maybe we can come back and put them both in later on, depending upon where we're at.
Yeah, let's put them both at the side. And I'll tell you one other thing about Bear Chum is that he really has been running at Golden Gate Fields, and Golden Gate Field horses coming to Southern California have been doing particularly well here lately. So,
All right. Well, we can definitely think about it.
yeah,
And the
let's
next,
think
well,
about
we'll come back to this race because I feel like this is another race where we might have to go a little bit deeper than we want to necessarily, just to make sure that we're covered here. But this is 6 furlongs on the main track, claiming 20,000, non-winners of 3 lifetime, a $24,000 purse. We got quite a few horses in here that are actually kind of maybe dropping after being claimed, which is a little bit of a concern. But who do you like to start your ticket here, Terry?
I like number 8, Speed Pass. He can run on top or come from off the pace to win a race, which is an angle I really like.
Mm-hmm.
And the trainer, Ryan Hansen, wins 25% of the time when he brings a favorite back to the races. And this Speed Pass should improve at the shorter distance. And he has the highest last speed figure in today's distance. So
yeah, it's done well at Santa Anita too. Well, I wouldn't say really well at Santa Anita, but he's run at Santa Anita, I think, 5 times, something like that, and has 4 thirds. So he's been knocking at the door, just hasn't been able to bust it. At least the winner's circle hasn't been answering, but it's run well at the distance, 2 wins and 4 thirds in 6 starts. So it's never been off the board, but does have the top number for Santa Anita on the main course too. So I do like that, which gives me a hint that it might get better. And also Emily Ellingwood getting a little bit of a weight break because Emily's on the mount. So maybe that weight break could be enough for the horse to sustain its speed from beginning to end. I like number 4, Terry, here. That's Pelican Way. Were you looking at that one too?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's my 3rd pick. So
yeah, Pelican Way tied for the top last race speed figure, which I like to see. It's also a horse that that the trainer just trained him. I mean, just claimed him. He was just claimed last race out. So now he's riding for Daniel Azcartera. Maybe I hope I got that right, but I probably didn't. Usually after a claim, he wins at about 23%. But what's interesting to me is that when he keeps a horse in the claiming ranks, he's done that 26 times. He's won 42% of the time.
Wow,
that's a hell of a number.
Yeah, and he also wins 20% of the races when he brings a horse back that's been off 46 to 90 days. So
yeah, the workouts have been okay. He's got a win. His only win was at Santa Anita. So, I mean, he got 1 win of his 2 wins at Santa Anita. So, and he's improved 3 consecutive races. So any improvement here in race number 4 for this horse should be enough. Who else do you like?
Okay, then I like number 1, Dark Prince. He'll be breaking on top and go for the lead, try to go all the way and win as he did in his last race. But he ran 2nd after being bumped at the start. He has the highest last speed rating, and he's tied with another horse. He has the best dirt speed, is the fastest among today's starters, tied again. And jockey Kent DeSommerl in this last 7 days in 8 mounts has won 2, 2nd and 3 thirds. So that's 7 out of 8 in the money.
So Dark Prince draws the rail, and at 6 furlongs meet to date so far on the main track, they've had 9 races. I think 4 of those 9 were won by the rail horse. I don't know if they were all just the best horse or if there's an absolute rail bias, but also the horses that were 2nd and 3rd won all of the other races except for 1. So that would indicate to me when the 1, the 2, or the 3, I think, has won 8 of the first 9 races at the distance, there's got to be an inside speed bias. So I agree with you, Terry. You have an inside speed horse that's on the rail that's won at 44%. That's a pretty tough one to overcome.
Yep.
So those, I agreed with you. Those, I was really, though, trying to figure out how to squeeze in the 10 horse Defense Wins.
It's my 4th pick. Go ahead.
Yeah, because it just, everything fits for this race. 2nd after a claim from Michael Maker, you got Flavian Pratt, who's just been destroying Santa Anita at the start of the meet, he's winning at almost Arnaldo's rates of 34% there. So he's having a fantastic meet. The only time he rode this horse in the last 10 times the horse has been to the track, he made easy work of the field and won as a 6-5 favorite. 3rd time off a layoff, Terry, I had him just trying to wiggle him in there, but I kept making cases for the 1, the 4, and the 8. So I got the 10 here too.
All right. So do I. So let's put him in.
All right, race number 9, Terry, is there a horse that you want to put off to the side or anything like that in the event there's a scratch or
In the 8th, you mean? No, that you've got the pick. You have all 4 of the homes I like.
Okay. So race number 9 is 1 mile on the turf, Terry. And this looks to me like you want to be an outside closer. Looking at the first few races, the current meet, the outside closing types have been the ones that have won almost the majority, almost all of them. So what do you see as your top pick here? And is it a closer?
Yeah, my outside one is number 9, World Cruiser. He was bumped at the start in his last race and then closed from really deep to run second. The trainer, Eddie Truman, wins 20% of the time when his horse has started first time with the turn, and he could improve. They've added Lasix this time, and he's got Flabber and Pratt in the irons, as we said, how well he's been doing. So
He's coming in from Gulfstream Park, and I did a little bit, as much as I could, to see how some of those Gulfstream runners are doing when they first hit the ground in like Santa Anita or Delmar, and they've performed fairly well. So I had him as my 3rd pick. Of course, the Lasix could help. Getting Flavian in the irons probably will help as well. I just a little concerned that it's a deep field, and it looks to me like this horse is going to break dead last. There's nothing in the workouts that suggests they're going to try to push him forward. First time out of the gate, 9th of 9 by 15 lengths. Second time out, 11th out of 12 out of the gates. Last race, 11th out of 11th. So he's going to break last. And the only worry sometimes for me with deep fields like this is you get, as we see many times when we're doing our live show on Saturday, horses that get a difficult trip because they got to get a good trip to come from that far back.
That's true.
For me, my top choice was probably one. It's a 6-1 horse. Is Star Sailor. That's the 8 horse, Terry.
Mm-hmm.
Did you take a look at him too or no?
Yes, I liked him as my 4th pick. He's finishing the money in all 4 in 4 out of 5 races this year.
Mm-hmm.
And he has the highest last race speed rating and drops in class today. He has several good works in a row in preparation for this race.
Absolutely. The only thing to me is they switched from turf to dirt. I mean, from dirt to turf. It's the first time across the new surface, but looking at, I mean, it's not the greatest angle for John Sadler. He's only won 10% of 109. So he's won 11 out of 110, something like that. Mm-hmm. But the one race that he did run on a good track at Delmar, he had his best number that he put up tied, which is best speed number that he had. Tied it last time out, which was his first time off of a good break. He hadn't run since the last day of April. And now he's coming back for a second start off a layoff. And you look at the previous 2 times the horse had a 2-race cycle, so a fresh start followed by the second start, improved both of them. So I feel like if the horse improves, the good track performance indicates that it might like grass. And if it gets any improvement from the last speed number that it produced and improves in this race, that would probably be more than enough to win.
Yep.
My next pick, Terry, is horse number 7. That is Eagle Chief, Terry.
Yep.
Eagle Chief is a horse that's making its first start off of a break. Hasn't run since August 27th. Gets an outside draw, but this horse has spent a lot of time, for whatever reason, running some sprints, right? 5 furlongs, 6.5 furlongs, 6 furlongs, 6 furlongs, 6 furlongs, ran some on dirt, ran some one on dirt. And then you look back at the mile runs. So he's got a few of those. And every single one of them, the comments are that the horse is coming on at the end. I feel like a mile is probably the shortest distance this horse should run. But I also feel like it's going to be the one that's coming the hardest at the end. And if he has a jump on some of the other strong closers in an outside-ish post with a strong late kick, this might be the horse that is coming down the lane the fastest and it manages to get to the wire first.
Yeah, and I like it as my 3rd pick. The trainer, John Sadler and Kent DeSormo, in the last 7 days has a record of 8 starts, 2 wins, a second, and 3/3. So looking pretty good.
And along with the 8-horse Star Sailor, those are the 2 most expensive horses in the field, both costing at least $250,000. Anybody else that you like in here?
Number 10, Rosenquist. He ran a nice 3rd his last time out. The trainer, Kristen Mola Hall, wins 26% of the time when she brings a horse back off of a 90-day layoff.
Well, I would say, Terry, that we have the outside horses. Outside, we have the 7, the 8, the 9, and the 10. We have the 4 outside horses, and they're all closers. So if a speed horse gets us, if there's a speed horse that wins this race, Terry, we're doomed.
That's it.
All right. So race number 10, and then is there anybody else that you liked in that spot or no?
No, that's all. That's all I like.
So when I was reviewing race number 10, to me, it's an optional claiming $50,000 non-winners of one lifetime. You have 2 main horses in here, Terry. You have the 6 horse, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's Moraz.
Yep.
And then you have the 9 horse, Velvet Slippers. So clearly the 6 horse has the back class, right? Ran in the Kentucky Oaks, had a really good run in the Santa Anita Oaks, missed by a head in a couple of grade 2s. And a grade 3, won its debut at Santa Anita on the same surface and same dirt, 1 mile by 11. I mean, this horse has the back class, but last time out on turf, I don't know why the trainer decided to go turf there. Ran 3rd by a neck at the same, pretty much the same level. Now goes back to dirt. This horse looks to me, Terry, like it's regressing. So on my hot dog ticket, I went with the 9 horse because it's going the other way. It is ascending. It's had 3 consecutive speed figure increases, just ran its best one ever. The numbers internally, at least on the back end of the race, were all better than she's produced before. So I feel like Velvet Slippers has the slight edge over Moraz.
Okay. Well, I like them both. The 6, as you were talking about, is pretty classy. Her best dirt speed is fastest among today's starter, and the 9, as you said, she's finished 3 out of 4 races in the money in her career, and she's won one of those. She has trainer Bob Baffert and switches to high percentage jockey Flavrin Pratt, who in the last 7 days has done as we've talked about, plus drops in class. So.
For sure. Anybody else that you'd want to put in here, Terry? Just in case.
Number 4, Nice Ice. She is 1 for 1 at today's distance. She has a high percentage trainer, Peter Miller, and the highest last race speed rating. The trainer wins 22% of his dirt starts, and she has the highest speed figure at today's distance.
Okay, so you like the 4. Personally, I like the 5. I don't know. It's all the same. The 5 looks like he's more of a turf horse than he is a dirt horse, and he's only run well on the all-weather track, so it's tough to say. Yeah. To me, it's tough. I think there's only I honestly think the 6 or the 9 is going to produce the winner, Terry.
Yeah.
So the question is, do we want to put the 4 in here and then the 6 or the 2 up top, or do we want to try to put the 6 and the 2 on the top and live or die on the 9 or 6?
Yeah, I actually like the 5 as my 4th pick in the 10th race, but I think either the 6 or the 9 is going to win. So I think we should go back up and
see how many more we can get in there, huh?
Yeah,
so if we go 5 by 4 is 20, 80. So we can put all of them in there, Terry, I think, and still stay under our $90 budget, our $100 budget.
Let's do it.
So this way we got a lot of coverage, and we are going to live or die on the 9 or the 6 in the back end. So hopefully it's a wise decision on our part, Terry.
Yeah.
We'll find out when it goes official.
Yeah, I really think that first leg is really open and competitive. So
we have the 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 in the first leg. And then we have the 1, 4, 8, and 10 in the second leg. We have all the 4 horses on the outside in race number 9, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 16 times 5, right? 16 times 5, Terry, is $90. That's what this ticket costs.
Yep.
With the 6 and the 9, if one of them scratches, the 4 or the 5.
Yep.
Personally, I like the 5. Terry likes the 4, but I think it's a flip of the coin. Once again, a $90 ticket for our Fly 4 at Santa Anita today, Terry. Woof, that was some work, no?
Yeah, but it was fun.
Oh, it's always fun, Terry. It's always good to hear your angles, my angles, and try to see how things play out, and then go back and review the race and see how your angles, my angles played out, and learn something from them.
Yeah, you always bring up stuff I hadn't thought about, so it's good.
Yeah, you as well. So we also did, as we normally do, our hot dog pick fours. So there's Terry's hot dog pick four. He likes the 1, the 3, the 1, the 4, the 8, the 7, the 9, the 10, the 6, 9. So if Terry only had a $20 in his pocket, which he never does because Terry's a heavy hitter, that's how he would play it. Me, I am the $20 player. The 1, the 3, the 5, the 1, the 4, the 8, the 10, the 7, 8, 9. And I explained why I like the 9 better than the 6. But if you have a Terry, if you want to go a little bit of a hamburger budget, you might want to throw the 6 in the back end there and make that a $36 ticket.
It's okay. Yeah, that would work.
And then one last thing. Terry was nice enough. Actually, I screwed Terry up because we were talking about where we wanted to do stuff today. And at first I said, yeah, let's do Delaware Park. We made that announcement that we were going to do Delaware Park on the Saturday show. And then, of course, Santa Anita, they hadn't posted their data yet. So I saw it yesterday. I'm like, hey, Terry, let's do Santa Anita. And he's like, I got stuff to do. And then he said, all right, let's do it. So he went in and did a lot of extra work today. So we said, why let Terry's Delaware Park hot dog and prime rib go to waste, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And we always have that gentleman asking us for Delaware Park picks. So we said, you know what? We're going to knock 2 birds out with 1 rock.
Yeah.
Here's bonus Delaware Park hot dog and prime rib. Terry, what do you like about these horses?
Well, first of all, there's lots of scratches. So in that race number 6, all but 3 horses were scratched in that race.
All right.
So I would go all in that race. And in the 7th race, the 1A was scratched.
Oh, well, that makes it interesting.
So, and what I always say, when the 1A is scratched or part of the entry, I always like to put the other one in there. So what I did, though, on my hot dog, because of all the scratches, I went number 5. 5th race, I went the 1, 2, 4. 6th race, the 9, 12. 7th race, the 1, 5. And 8th race, the 1, 3, 4.
All right.
And then for the fly, I went.
That's prime rib now, my friend. We're old school.
Oh, yeah, that was a hot dog I just did. Oh, yeah. So prime rib is 1, 2, 4 in the 5th, 6, 9, 12, which is all of the horses running the 6th.
We can't miss that one.
No. And then the 1, 3, 5, 6, and then in the 8th race, the 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. So Terry made some adjustments to that. Terry, if you'd be kind enough to send them to me, I will put them in the article that we always post on Horse Racing Radar. Okay. That recaps what we do. The video's there for folks to watch it if they haven't. If you're new to the show, welcome. If you're not new, thanks for coming again. Either way, we ask that you subscribe right there. You can hit the subscribe button on YouTube. If you like what you saw today, everywhere from Arnaldo to Terry and I's picks, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. It moves us up the rankings. Follow us on Facebook. Give us a like there, too. When we go live, you'll be notified. And then follow us on Twitter. Right, Terry?
That's correct. Absolutely. So,
any final thoughts, my friend, before we get up and out of here on this Monday?
Well, the only thing I'm thinking about is that my pick of the day has been on fire. I've won 40% of them this month. So, and I've had 2 or 3 exactas. So you might want to take a quick look at that. So
yes, again, you'll find that on Horse Racing Radar, along with a bunch of free picks, premium picks. If you go to our premium picks page, you'll see one with a red icon. If you click on that red icon, you can download those picks for that track today. Absolutely free. Compliments of our partners at Guaranteed Tip Sheet. All right, Terry, it's been a fantastic show from Arnaldo Bocachica all the way down to your Delaware pick 4. I look forward to tomorrow. Terry, what track are we doing tomorrow?
Tomorrow we're doing Parks.
Yeah, and they got some big fields in the back half of that card tomorrow, Terry.
Which
that
I
should
like.
that should be an interesting pick 4. If you want us to include your pick 4s, go ahead and put them on Facebook or Twitter. Let us know about them, or you can email me directly, gtsrichb@gmail.com. All right, Terry, as always, we hope to see all of you. We wish nothing but great luck at the track today. And Terry, you always have a good parting thought.
Oh, yeah. I want everybody to have a safe day and a winning day. And we're going to see you in the winner's circle.